Welcome to Biography with Plutarch, where we delve into the lives of extraordinary individuals to uncover the essence of their character and the experiences that shaped them. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through the life of Pablo Neruda, the renowned Chilean poet, diplomat, and politician. Born Ricardo Eliezer Neftali Reyes Basualto, Neruda would eventually become one of the most influential and beloved writers of the 20th century, leaving an indelible mark on literature and politics. As we explore the early life of Pablo Neruda, we find ourselves in the picturesque town of Parral, Chile, where he was born on July 12, 1904. Nestled in the foothills of the Andes, Parral was a small, rustic community surrounded by vast expanses of countryside, which would later inspire many of Neruda's poetic works. The town's serene atmosphere and the majestic beauty of the surrounding landscape had a profound impact on young Pablo, instilling in him a deep love for nature that would become a recurring theme in his writing. Neruda's family played a significant role in shaping his early years. His father, José del Carmen Reyes Morales, was a railway worker, and his mother, Rosa Neftali Basualto Baso, was a schoolteacher. The family's modest means and strong emphasis on education would later influence Neruda's views on social justice and his commitment to using his writing as a tool for change. His parents' marriage was marked by a deep love of literature and music, which they passed on to their children. Neruda's older brother, Rodolfo, would also become a writer, and the two brothers would often engage in lively debates about literature and politics. The historical context of Neruda's early years was marked by significant events that would shape his character and future path. Chile was undergoing rapid modernization, with the growth of industries and urban centers creating new social and economic challenges. The country's intellectual and artistic circles were also experiencing a resurgence, with writers like Gabriela Mistral and Pablo de Roja making significant contributions to Chilean literature. In 1914, when Neruda was just 10 years old, World War I broke out, and the global conflict would have a profound impact on Chile's economy and politics. As Neruda grew older, he began to develop a passion for writing. He attended the José Miguel Carrera School in Temuco, where he excelled academically and developed a strong foundation in literature and language. His early poems, often inspired by nature and his surroundings, began to take shape during this period. The school's emphasis on literature and language helped nurture Neruda's creative talents, providing him with a solid foundation for his future literary pursuits. One of the most significant influences on Neruda's early life was his relationship with his mother, Rosa. She was a talented writer and musician in her own right, and she encouraged Neruda's love of literature from an early age. She would often read to him from the works of great Chilean writers such as Pablo de Roja and Gabriela Mistral, and she instilled in him a deep appreciation for the power of language. In 1917, when Neruda was just 13 years old, his family moved to Temuco, a city in southern Chile. This move would have a profound impact on Neruda's life, as he would soon become immersed in the city's vibrant literary scene. He began to attend meetings of the local literary club, where he met other young writers and intellectuals who shared his passion for literature and politics. The experiences of his formative years have laid the groundwork for his future achievements as a poet, diplomat, and politician. As Neruda entered adulthood, he became increasingly involved in Chile's vibrant literary scene. In 1924, at the age of 20, he published his first book of poetry, Crepusculario, Twilight, which introduced his unique style to the world. The poems in this collection were characterized by their sensuality, depth, and exploration of the human condition, themes that would become hallmarks of Neruda's work. His writing was heavily influenced by the modernist movement, and he drew inspiration from poets like Walt Whitman and Rubén Darío. Neruda's literary career gained momentum in the 1920s and 1930s as he published several collections of poetry, including 20 Poemas de Amor y una Canción Desesperada, 20 Love Poems and a Desperate Song in 1924. This iconic book cemented his reputation as a leading voice in Chilean literature and established him as a major figure in the Latin American literary scene. The poems in this collection are known for their passion, intimacy, and innovative use of language which captured the hearts of readers worldwide. In addition to his literary pursuits, Neruda was also deeply involved in politics. In 1927, he joined the Chilean Communist Party, which would have a profound impact on his life and work. His commitment to social justice and his belief in the power of poetry as a tool for change led him to become an outspoken advocate for workers' rights, women's rights, and indigenous peoples' rights. Neruda's politics were shaped by the tumultuous events of the 20th century, including the Spanish Civil War and World War II, which he saw as a struggle against fascism and oppression. Neruda's diplomatic career also flourished during this period. In 1927, he was appointed as the Chilean consul in Rangoon, Burma, now Yangon, Myanmar, where he began to develop his skills as a diplomat and observer of international affairs. He later served as consul in Barcelona, Spain, and in Mexico City, Mexico, where he played a key role in supporting the Spanish Republican government during the Spanish Civil War. One of Neruda's most significant achievements was his appointment as the Chilean senator for the province of Antofagasta in 1945. As a senator, he advocated tirelessly for social justice, workers' rights, and education, using his platform to raise awareness about the struggles faced by marginalized communities. His experiences as a senator deepened his understanding of politics and informed his writing, which became increasingly focused on themes of social justice and human rights. In 1948, Neruda was forced into exile after speaking out against the Chilean government's repression of communist activists. He spent several years in Europe, where he continued to write and advocate for social justice. During this period, he published some of his most famous works, including Canto General, General Song, a sweeping epic poem that explored the history and culture of Latin America. In 1970, Neruda was appointed as Chile's ambassador to France by President Salvador Allende, a close friend and fellow socialist. This appointment allowed him to combine his love of literature, politics, and diplomacy as he worked tirelessly to promote Chilean culture and interests in Europe. During his time in Paris, Neruda continued to write, publishing several collections of poetry, including La Espada Encendida, The Sword in Flames, and Discurso de la Habana, Havana Discourse. Despite his busy diplomatic schedule, Neruda remained committed to social justice and human rights. He was a vocal supporter of the Palestinian cause and a fierce critic of imperialism and fascism. His poetry from this period reflects his growing concern with global politics and his desire to use his words as a force for change. In 1972, Neruda returned to Chile, where he became increasingly involved in the country's political turmoil. He was a key supporter of President Allende's government and a vocal critic of the opposition. As the country teetered on the brink of chaos, Neruda's poetry took on a sense of urgency and desperation as he sought to rally his fellow Chileans against the forces of reaction and oppression. Tragically, Neruda's life was cut short by the very events he had sought to prevent. On September 23, 1973, just days after the military coup that overthrew President Allende, Neruda died of cancer in Santiago, surrounded by his loved ones. His commitment to social justice, human rights, and the power of poetry as a force for change remains an enduring testament to the transformative potential of art. In the words of Neruda himself, poetry is born in the silence, but it dies in the silence. It is the whisper of the heart, the cry of the soul. Today, Neruda's poetry remains widely read and studied, a reminder of the enduring power of literature to shape our understanding of the human condition. His legacy extends far beyond the literary world, inspiring social movements, political activism, and cultural exchange around the globe. As we close this episode of Biography with Plutarch, I would like to leave you with a quote from Neruda's iconic poem, Veinte, Poemas de Amori y una Canción Desesperada. Love is so short, forgetting is so long. These words capture the essence of Neruda's poetry and his enduring legacy. A reminder that love, justice, and human connection are the threads that bind us together across time and space. That's all for today's Biography with Plutarch. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that understanding the lives of remarkable individuals helps us better understand ourselves.